I could see my 8-year-old getting up on the top bunk, and right when he's getting up and I'm getting ready to grab him, the shearing comes in so quick, and so in an instant I see RJ move and the walls go right behind him.
On April 27, 2011, a fierce tornado sucked 8-year-old Reginald Epps Jr. out of his bedroom. His parents, Reginald Sr. and Danielle, remember the desperate prayers they prayed as their lives unraveled in the furious winds. That storm was part of a violent tornado outbreak across the South that left some 350 people dead and entire communities in ruins. In the town of Cottondale, Alabama, the Epps' quiet neighborhood was caught off guard just after 5 a.m.
I noticed that the wind was kind of strong, but I didn't think much about it.
She says, baby, you want to get the boys up? And I said, and before I could finish that statement, lights went out and the wind started going, the wind was blue.
So I went to grab Joel, my younger son, and Reginald grabbed James Peter and went to grab RJ. And as he reached for RJ, the wind came and just took the whole house blue.
The violent tornado ripped through this neighborhood, shredding houses in its path. It completely tore the Epps home off its foundation right here, taking little RJ with it.
I didn't have time to be fearful. You know, my concern was my 8-year-old's gone. Okay, what do I have? I have my 6-year-old. I was just praying over and I said, Daddy's got you. I said, don't worry. I said, I'm not gonna let you go, buddy.
We were just kneeling there, calling out to God for him to protect us, and I had to absolutely rely on God and trust that he was gonna protect my son.
The winds died down, and within seconds, Reginald and Danielle say they witnessed a miracle.
When it was all over, I called for RJ twice. RJ, RJ! And the lightning struck and I could see his silhouette that he was walking back to us.
RJ had only minor cuts and a few bumps and bruises.
I did have a sense of relief when I saw RJ walking back to me because I knew, because he was walking towards me, I knew that he was fine.
There's no words can tell you how I felt because I was just happy.
I saw a log float past me, so I actually knew that was a tornado. I think I woke up when I was about to float down.
I'm not sure how far the wind carried him, but I know that he walked back to me. And very few of my possessions are still whole. And yet my 52-pound son is completely fine except for a couple of scrapes that were on his back.
Reginald Sr. was treated for 3 broken ribs and a collapsed lung, injuries he sustained when he was hit by a flying appliance during the tornado.
That's pretty astounding because if you look at it, it was too much debris. It was just too much devastation for only to have such minor injuries.
Reginald has since returned to work as a firefighter. Even now, amid the debris and splintered memories, the Epps have hope for their family's future.
Soon you'll be rebuilding your dream house.
Dream house, that's right.
I see those smiles. Will it be bigger?
Yes.
I'm standing on this grounds and we get to start over. We get to open the book, flip the page, and start stroking the pen on a new life, you know.
For Reginald and Danielle, the miraculous survival of their son RJ and their entire family has only strengthened their faith in Jesus.
Our faith, you know, that we have as a family, you know, that's what sustained us through the whole ordeal. And I think that's what allowed us to see that when you lose everything, you lose nothing at all because he's the one that sustains us and keeps us together. You can buy a house, you can buy clothes and cars, but you can't buy your children and your wife, the things that actually mean something.
Jesus carried us all. It's a miracle that all of our lives were spared and that we are all safe. It's an absolute miracle. I think it illustrates his love for us, his divine protection and his care.
Instead of getting thrown to the other side of my neighbor's house, I was right beside my parents. It's a miracle that I was alive.